Good evening, friends. Welcome to today's topic, that is malnutrition. A small disclaimer from side. Yes, you all know that. Uh, Friends, this article what we are going to discuss is from the Pioneer newspaper dated 27th December 2024. So we will see some of the glimpse from the article as it is. So friends, in the introduction, they are mentioning malnutrition among children is a critical public health issue in India. All right. So that is deeply intertwined with the poverty and systemic inequalities and environmental challenges they are mentioning. That is a good point. Right. After that, they are mentioning one of the statistics, that is 2023 Global Hunger Index, where India standard at a triple one out of 125 countries. So that is also a good one. And they are mentioning some of the score with respect to child wasting and right child stunting, which are components of global hunger index. There are other two components are there. We will discuss in detail in the our notes. After that, they are mentioning poverty is the one of the cause where 40% of global poverty contributing to the from India side, in from also South India. So which is the number given, that is 389 million people lives. Apart from that, they are mentioning some of the other challenges like poor dietary intake and lack of clean water, insufficient healthcare facilities that are also causes for these malnutrition. So I hope it is visible, right? So yeah. After that, they are mentioning regional disparities, especially Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh. Then some of the government schemes like Poshan Abhiyan, ICDS, midday meal, and NFSA Act they are mentioning. Another schemes like PM Matru Yojana and National Health Mission. We will discuss in detail regarding to these schemes. Finally, they are giving some solutions like we should tackle the poverty, education, and healthcare access, and ensuring the sanitation that are important for the to overcome this nutrition. At the same time, they are mentioning collaborative approach from the policymaker, non-government organization, and local communities. So by prioritizing these nutrition as well as ensuring equity, India can foster healthier and will nourish generation and pave the way for sustainable development. So to overall, it is a good things. They started with the stats. After that, they went for the challenges and some of the schemes, and finally, good way forward. So totally, it is a good thing. So friends, let me share my notepad and we will discuss in detail, right? As usual. Yes. So yeah, here we go. So friends, we all know, as we discussed in the article, right? So we have the recent report as well as previous report. 2024 Global Hunger Index rank is there. GHA rank of India. And 2023 also we have. In the paper they are mentioning 2023. That is how much rank? They are talking about 1 triple one. When it comes to here, it is 105. So that is a good introduction. We can start. Then we will see this. Then we will see background. What is malnutrition? What are the components of this global hunger index? Everything we will see in detail. Yes. So friends, someone mentioned what is right. So what is this malnutrition? Anybody can define this term in one or two terms, one or two words. So definition of malnutrition. So definition of malnutrition. So malnutrition refers, it is a dietary intake. So inadequate dietary intake. Inadequate dietary intake of nutrition, friends. Intake of nutrition. So this inadequate, which leads to the health issues. So that leads to health issues. Then only we can call that situation as malnutrition. So if you see, malnutrition is a two types, friends. How many types it is? It is two types. Malnutrition is a two types. It may be undernutrition, undernutrition, as well as overnutrition. So in undernutrition, we will see what will be there. One is child stunting and child underweight. So child underweight. So friends, here if you see, we will take this both stunting as well as underweight with respect to age. So stunting and we will see these terms as with respect to age. So if the person, if the child is the very low, so he is the low height for the age. Stunt means height, right? So he is the low height with respect to age. When it comes to this underweight, it is the lower weight, low weight with respect to height, with respect to age. So very simple. So child stunting and child underweight is the with respect to age. When it comes to another terms like child wasting. So child wasting means it is the low weight. Again, it is low weight. So if you see, it is the waste means low. Here W is there. Here also W is there. So low weight with respect to, here we are mentioning age, but here we are taking low weight with respect to height, friends. With respect to height. That is the difference between child waste and underweight. So another component is that is child mortality. So here the percentage of children who dies, child mortality. The percentage of children who dies before fifth birthday. Yes. So who dies before fifth birthday is known as child mortality. Right. So in the global hunger index concept, global hunger index, it takes all these things, right? It takes all these things, A plus B plus C plus D. It gives the score and estimate the rank in the global countries, right? So friends, here we have covered one thing and we have another thing, that is undernutrition we have covered, and the second thing is the overnutrition. In the overnutrition, we have two things. One is obesity. Everybody knows. It is the overconsumption. Overconsumption or high calorie intake. High calorie intake. Second one is toxicity difference. It means micronutrients toxicity. Again, it is macronutrient toxicity. Again, it is excessive intake of certain minerals. Excessive intake of certain minerals. Right. So these are broadly what is malnutrition, what types of things will be there like undernutrition as well as overnutrition. In undernutrition, what are the other things? In overnutrition, what are the other things? GHI takes which type of nutrition? That takes undernutrition, friends. So I hope everybody clear still now. All right. So now we will see some of the causes or some of the advantages if we overcome advantages if we overcome or if we address this malnutrition if you overcome. So what are the best advantages? One is healthcare improvement. No need to spend no need to spend pocket expenditure on healthcare things. We can improve our economic productivity, like GDP will improve, the healthy person will work, the output will be increases. So the things will improve if you address child malnutrition. So because we are getting the right people and educational outcomes. Educational outcomes means better cognitive development. So cognitive development from the childhood onwards if we address. So friends, if you take negative these things, so what are the drawbacks if malnutrition exists? So health expenditure will increase, economy will decrease, and health and outcomes will be poor. Like this, we can contradict and we can write your points. Now we will take some of the challenges or causes for this malnutrition. Challenges or causes of malnutrition. So there are socio-economic causes are there. If we see, one is poverty. So in the article, they are mentioning nearly we are contributing to 40% to the global in terms of poverty. If we see 389, right? So they are mentioning 389 million people in South Asia. So these are the statistics they are mentioned in the newspaper. So friends, try to incorporate. So in South Asia, how many people are there? 389 million people are suffering with the poverty in South Asia. Right. And when it comes to global poverty rate, 40% we are contributing to the global poverty rate. So this is the 40% global rate contributed by the India. This is South Asia statistics. So don't confuse here. I hope I have given the clarity here there. And if we move forward, what are the causes for this malnutrition? One is, if we see poor dietary intake, like if you talk about this nutrition and sanitation, these are the technical terms. Whenever if you are writing answer, we can talk about like poor dietary intake, we can also mention some of the points like lack of cleanliness. So lack of sanitation facilities and insufficient healthcare facilities. So here we can talk about lack of clean water, insufficient health facilities. These results to the malnutrition. So any other causes are there? Please let me know in the chat. Yes. So we have some of the regional disparities. As mentioned in the article, in India, malnutrition increases some of the regions like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh. Yes, friends. Any other points? Why regional disparities existed in these states? Because of systematic challenges. That's why we have higher rates of malnutrition among the children in these states. So if we move to another point, that is environmental factors, socio-economic environmental factors. If we see some of the factors like droughts and floods, whenever this type of disaster will comes, what will happen? People will suffer to get the food, finally leads to the malnutrition. That is food security, we can also mention here. So lack of food security or food insecurity existed. These we can mention. And cultural and behavioral factors, friends. So we are mentioning social factors, right? So in that we can get cultural and behavioral factors. In some cultures, the habits of food or dietary intake slightly different, that may result to the lower nutrition, leads to the food, leads to the malnutrition. At the same time, gender inequality or lack of gender equality, so that leads to malnutrition among females, right? So that can also you can mention here. So these are the some of the causes or challenges for malnutrition. Now we will see about government role. So friends, government has introduced various schemes, right? So let me take that schemes as it is, and we will discuss in detail without writing here. So yes, is it okay, friends? Let me. Yeah, here we go, friends. So is visible to everybody? Friends, is it visible? Is it okay? Yes. So friends, the first scheme is Poshan Abhiyan, right? So this is the scheme launched in 2018. So this mission aims to enhance nutritional status of children and pregnant women and lactating mothers. This is one of the scheme which was introduced in 2018. After that, right, we have integrated children development services. So in this, we are providing supplementary nutrition to the children and education. We are giving immunization and health checkups. So friends, try to observe this education term. So whenever if you are answering MCQs, we may get confused whether education is part of this ICDS or not. And midday meal scheme, everybody knows. So it addresses the hunger and malnutrition by providing a food to the school children in afternoons. And the National Food Security Act, so which was enacted in 2013, and try to deep dive in this act because this is the potential for them getting MCQs. Right. So here they are providing subsidized food grains for economically vulnerable population. And PM Matru Vandana Yojana, friends, here it is the providing financial assistance to the pregnant women to improve their health and nutrition status. As well as, friends, if you see, we have a National Health Mission. So in this mission, especially they are taking rehabilitation, nutrition rehabilitation and lactation management centers. Very, very important. This is the key points. So these are the broadly the schemes introduced by the government of India for the sake of counter this malnutrition. So here we have children, pregnant women, right? These are the two stakeholders, children as well as pregnant women, that you should keep in note, right? So try to ensure that the important schemes, Ocean, ICDS, midday meal schemes, and NFSA, and Madhuru on the Yoshina. So if we see global initiatives, friends, we have different types of sustainable development goals. So here, if you see straight away, SDG 2, right? So SDG 2 tags the end the hunger and malnutrition. Straight away, they are mentioning by 2030. So other related SDGs with respect to malnutrition, whenever that comes in your MCQs, you no need to confuse. SDG 1, right? It talks about the no poverty, because we have seen poverty is the one of the fundamental cause for the malnutrition. It is a social issue, right? So that's why SDG 1 also contributing to this malnutrition, and SDG 3 health and well-being, right? So you need to no need to confuse. At the same time, SDG 5, friends, SDG 5 is the gender equality. So in the causes we have seen the gender inequality. So these are the directly or indirectly affecting this malnutrition we need to mention here. And the second one is the scaling up of nutrition movement, sun movement, friends. So this is the action taken by the different sectors to address this malnutrition. And we have another program, that is World Food Program and UNICEF initiatives. Especially these target the addressing child malnutrition. Yeah. So friends, you can talk about SDGs and sun movement and programs by the WFP. These are broadly what we need to mention in the answer. If we move next section, that is views by the aspirant, that is aspirant views. What types of thinking or solution you can give to address this malnutrition issue in India. So friends, you can talk about being an optimistic, right? Being an optimistic, you can express your views, as well as being an realistic, express your views, practical views, and finally talk about your critical views. We can also have this one. In the conclusion, you can take the balance things, but these are the broadly what views you can express in the answer. So when it comes to this optimistic, so you can talk about Indian, yes, in the optimistic view, Indian government has taken some schemes, right? So these sustained efforts are needed. Sustained efforts are needed to address and finally achieve the SDG goals that you can mention. When it comes to realistic things, right? In realistic things, you can mention some things may possible, right? Some things may not possible, that you can mention. When it comes to critical views, you can mention there are implementation gaps, because these are the schemes, right? So there will be implementation gaps will be there, that you can express your views. And systemic issues also you can mention. Even though there are numerous programs, there will be lack of coordination, that also you can mention, right? Friends, finally take the balanced conclusion. So what will be the best conclusion for this concept? So friends, it is the malnutrition is the multifaceted challenge, because it resulted from various challenges. Poverty itself is one of the challenge. There are number of schemes are there in Indian government to address this poverty. So this is one of the multifaceted challenge is the malnutrition. So we have poverty, we have low awareness, educational things are there, and health issues like health expenditure, another issue. These issues results to the malnutrition. That's why we are calling it as a multifaceted issue. So to address this multifaceted issue, we need to have collaborative approach among different sections. Collaborative approach by which section? Different people like NGOs, government, right? Private. So we can mention that CSR funds, that can also mention here, and local communities. This collaborative approach is needed to address these malnutrition. And finally, friends, we can talk about nutrition and equity is the priority for well-nourished generation to pave the way for sustainable development. So let me share that the final conclusion given by the article. Yes, so you will get some of the cues. So here they are mentioning by prioritizing nutrition and equity, India can foster a healthier and well-nourished generation and pave the way for sustainable development. So this is the overall conclusion. So friends, now we will move to the some of the Q&A. So friends, these are the relevant questions or practice questions. So I hope it is visible. So discuss the link between poverty and malnutrition and child mortality. So friends, malnutrition consists of child mortality. Right? Malnutrition is not a single thing. We have different types of things like overnutrition, undernutrition. In undernutrition, we are getting this child mortality, as well as child stunting, as well as child wasting, right? So underweight, all on child mortality. So if we club these four things, we are getting malnutrition as the part of undernutrition. In overnutrition, we have what we have? We have obesity and micronutrient deficiency. So these are the terms which are present in the malnutrition definition itself. Yes. So yes. So this is the vicious cycle they are mentioning. It is the vicious cycle. So poverty, malnutrition, and child mortality is a vicious cycle. So here discuss the link between how poverty leads to malnutrition and child mortality. You can mention your points. Broadly, you can mention the poverty as a major cause for this malnutrition and establish the link. Right. Finally, suggest some of the measures to break this vicious cycle. So whatever the solutions like government of India following that you can mention, right, as well as global collaboration that you can mention. If you have any other solutions, you can also mention. That is broadly this question. When it comes to the second question, what are key challenges in achieving targets under SDG 2, zero hunger? And how can India leverage technology and policy frameworks to overcome this? So whatever the policy frameworks are there, like Poshan Abhiyan from NFSA Act to Poshan Abhiyan, you all mentioned the policy frameworks and how to leverage the technology, especially in the era of digital area. We have, right, AI is there, cyber, right? So cyber security is there, and blockchain technology is there, right? So in this and drones technology is there. So whatever the technology or the technology leveraging these things, how that technology we can implement in our ending the zero hunger. So let me take, if you establish some relation, suppose what are the causes for this malnutrition? We all know that is poverty and gender inequality. So try to implement, is there any topic from this technology suitable for this ending this cause? Try to think about it and establish the relation. Now we will move to next question, that is the problem of stunting and wasting among children is a major grave matter of grave concern. It means very serious concern. Critically analyze the reasons for persistent and suggest innovative solution to understand. So friends, you can mention the whatever the points we have discussed that are aptly for this question. Now we will see some of the practice questions for the prelims. So GHI, friends, Global Hunger Index, it is released by whom? Released by whom? Like which institute? You can mention in the chat box. Let me see. So yeah, select the correct answer. Global Hunger Index is based on which of the following indicators? So undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting, child mortality. Friends, I have mentioned clearly A plus B plus C plus D. These are the four components under GHI. This A plus B plus C D is comes under the undernutrition. Right? Undernutrition, which is the type of a malnutrition. Right? So another type is overnutrition. So broadly, all factors of undernutrition comes under the Global Hunger Index. So don't forget to mention your answer. Who will release this Global Hunger Index? You need to mention in the chart. Next question. Which of the following SDGs are directly related to addressing malnutrition? So friends, I have discussed various SDGs. So no poverty, zero hunger, and health and well-being. All will be related. Some more like SDG 5, that is gender equality, also related. You can mention there because it is the cause for malnutrition. Which of the following factors contributes to high rates of child malnutrition in India? Poor maternal health, lack of sanitation and clean drinking water, gender disparity in food distribution. So friends, what is your turn? So maternal health, that is very, very important. If the mother is good, right, so automatically child will be healthy. If mother is not well nutritioned during the pregnancy period, child will get suffer with the malnutrition. So lack of sanitation and clean drinking water is a part of malnutrition content and gender disparities. So all are correct. Yes. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. We will meet in the next video.